everyone, Trace here. So Easter is just a few days away. It has definitely crept up on me, and I know it has for a lot of other folks. So I was searching on Pinterest and I saw this card and I thought it was just gorgeous, so I wanted to duplicate it. And so it was very simple, and I'll go over each step with you. It's just a card base and some holographic glitter paper that I cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I embossed it with the Doris embossing folder. It's kind of hard to see, but it has all these words and a cross, and it's just really beautiful. I love it. So I embossed that. I used a couple of shims to make it emboss as much as it can and raise up as much as possible, because I wasn't sure how well the glitter paper would take to the embossing, but it really took very well, and you can kind of see that, and the shimmer of this paper is just gorgeous. I did get this at Hobby Lobby, and so also incorporating some ribbon to it, and it is just pretty. And also in the inside I stamped Happy Easter, and that is from the stamp set Risen, the May Made It stamp set, and I'll link those in the blog. So let's get started and cut this. So I embossed it already, as you can see here. You can kind of see how shimmery that is. The paper is just really pretty. So the ribbon that I chose is the Hobby Lobby. It's blue. It's dark purple and it's satin, and the measurement is 5/8 inch. So I cut a piece of that is 10 inches long, and that's plenty for what I'm going to need that for. So I need to measure, and I'm using the Tim Holtz ruler. I'm measuring 6/8 inch cut, and I want to cut that in 4 different places. The top left and right corners, and the bottom left and right corners of the cross. That way the ribbon can go through it. So I'm using an X-Acto knife here, and I have a self-healing mat right underneath. So I'm going to measure that out right in the corners, and I'm going to cut and I'm doing it twice just to make sure it goes through the paper. Okay, and I'm going to make another cut down here. It's about 6/8 of an inch. That way it's big enough for the ribbon to go through. And at the other side, and cut that a couple of times, making sure that that went through. And it did. This paper is really gorgeous to work with. And one more cut. Okay, so that's cut. Now I want to feed the ribbon through, but before I do that, I want to banner the ends of the ribbon. So I'm going to fold that in half, and I'm going to cut from the fold out to the corner at an angle, and then you open it up and it has a banner. And on the other side, just fold it, cut at an angle from the corner, from the fold side to the corner, and that'll cut. Okay, so Now you're going to feed it up through the bottom of the cross here. And hopefully it should fit nicely. My cuts are not quite all the way through. Let's help that along a little bit. Okay, so just feed that through and then up through the back to the next cut, and make sure you keep it flat as you go through there. It's a little tricky. There we go. So that's what it looks like in the back. And I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to let that drape. Now I want to keep it at this side of the ribbon. So I'm going to feed it through, not this way, but turning it the other direction and feeding it through. And my ribbon is fraying a little bit. I will probably cut that off some. And I do have extra ribbon just in case that did happen. And that's what the back looks like. And feed that through one more time. And there we go. So I will banner cut that one more time because it did get frayed in the process of going through. So I'm just going to recut that. Not a problem at all. Make that look a little bit nicer, more even. Okay, so now I'm going to even those up a bit, and I'm going to take some art glitter glue, and on the ends right here where I want to fold it over, I'm going to put a good bit of glue on both of that to hold those down into place here, just like that. So I'll just attach some glue right here, and I'm going to hold that down for a little bit. And if you get some glue on the paper, I just kind of wipe it off, and it will dry completely clear. Definitely got glue on me. But what is crafting without glue all over you? And I'm just going to let that dry just a little bit. Now I'm going to put a little pleat at this intersection here where it folds over, just to make it look a little more decorative. So I'm just basically folding over, but I'm stopping about a third of the way down. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue. So I'm going to fold that down and hold it. And this just puts a little pleat in the actual bend of the ribbon where I want it to bend in the middle. So let that dry a little bit. Now I'm going to attach that to the card itself. I'm going to add it to the ribbon first. And my glue on the other side is, so I'm going to make sure you hold that down nice for a good while. Because of the slipperiness of the paper, it takes a little bit to dry and secure. it's not as fast as just regular paper. So that's getting into place nicely. And just hold that down just a little bit longer. And what I also want to do is to attach a little bit of glue underneath these banner parts. And that's just a little more security so it doesn't slip around. Just a tiny bit of glue there. Okay, we're almost through. I'm going to remove the cutting board here. Hopefully you can see things a little bit better. Now I have a card base that's cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's the dark purple. And I'm just going to attach that like normally, adding a little bit of glue. Even on top of that ribbon, the art glitter glue will secure that ribbon nicely. It's fantastic glue. And just give it a little bit of wiggle room to get it to where you want it into place. And that will do it. Not very hard at all. And I think it's really pretty. So I also attached, I also want to stamp on the inside. I should have done that while it was drying, but that's okay. So this is the Happy Easter stamp, and I'm going to stamp right there. Okay, stamps perfect every time. And that's the VersaFine ink. Now it is finished. So, hope you enjoy and give this a try. It's not hard at all, and the effect is really, really pretty. So have a great Easter, everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.